This is BC Spirits, your look at the province's burgeoning distilling culture.
What is happening, BC Spirits? BC Spirits, Spirit, big episode Wednesday, bonanza, number 53. So we're on 155 for Spirit today, number 53. And I didn't do this yesterday because I was like, oh, what am I going to do? I got busy. I had a really long day yesterday. I was like, you know what? I really should do rhubarb because I've got enough rhubarb stuff now. And rhubarb is very popular right now. It's the middle of summer. Everybody's eating rhubarb. Rhubarb and cocktails, rhubarb pies, rhubarb turnovers, rhubarb and custard or cream, whatever you do with it. So I'm going to do rhubarb today because I think it's a wonderful summer flavor. I'm trying to rack my head whether or not there is any other rhubarb-ish things available in BC, and I don't think there is. But that being said, let's kick it off with the Okanagan Spirits Rhubarb Liqueur. So this is one of... Actually, I should just change that to that, to that. So, fruit-based distillate, poured over fresh rhubarb, let sat, extract, and then sweeten. This is one of my favorite Okanagan Spirit liqueurs. Well, I shouldn't say one of my favorites, actually. I love them all. But I love the bright acidity that these liqueurs really put across. Now, I find rhubarb's a love-hate thing. People either really love it or really hate it. If you love rhubarb, you really need these products. The rhubarb gin from Okanagan Spirits, really mouth-filling right in the middle there. Sweetness in the front, nice bright acidity in the back, not cloying at all. A very, very, very minimal sugar added to it, 20% alcohol, 24% alcohol. But if you're loving rhubarb pie and like that sort of thing, this is the drink that you really need to do. I really think it's a fantastic liqueur. I'd be doing Tom Collins style with this, so gin, the rhubarb, lemon, little syrup, shake it straight, top of soda, or if you can get some flavored sodas from like, what company was that? There's a great little company that does really good flavored sodas. They actually have a rhubarb soda, which is fantastic as well. So next up, we're doing Sheringham's Rhubarb Gin Liqueur. So, gin based, which is a little slightly different. Sweetened up though, sits at 25%, so very similar alcohol content to the Okanagan Spirits rhubarb. Really, this is juniper lemon rhubarb, which is the big one. Rhubarb is very different on the nose on this one. Much more like fresh cut rhubarb. A little bit of green in there, that sweetness though, but it's a much more drier, herbaceous sort of rhubarb nose. On the palate, not overly sweet again, even though it is 25%. The gin and the rhubarb play really nicely together. The rhubarb is, again, that sort of full-on aromatic cut rhubarb sort of flavor profile instead of that sort of the rhubarb pie we were getting in the rhubarb liqueur. The botanicals in the gin definitely work well with that too. So it's just this sort of botanically gin forward with this really aromatic, beautiful rhubarb. A little bit of sweetness, but nothing too crazy. Rhubarb gin liqueur from Sheringham. Next up, the Stillhead Rhubarb Gin. This is super limited edition. You need to get some if you can get some. It's kicking off real quick. 37.5%. Now, this isn't a gin liqueur. This has got like less than 5% sugar to knock it down a few notches of alcohol. On the nose, you get to gain that gin forward and a hint of fresh cut rhubarb. Nothing too in your face that this is a rhubarb gin. I think this is definitely leaning into what I've been talking about with gins being gins first, flavored gin second. Woo! On the palate, slightly higher. I've definitely higher alcohol content in both of these ones, 37.5. Spicy gin, but then it's almost like a blend of these two. Sweet, aromatic rhubarb just covering the palate from top to bottom, completely and utterly like different altogether. Really go crazy. Go one of the Sheringham or the Stillhead mixed with the Okanagan Spirits rhubarb. Shake that. Use them as bases for the for your Tom Collins style. It would be awesome. Or better still, use it in like a French 75. Oh, that would be awesome. French 75 rhubarb French 75 on the rocks, Jeffrey Morgenthaler style. A couple of bartenders and I were chatting about this on Facebook this week. On the rocks, top with bubbles. Oh, now you're talking. Rhubarb, Prosecco, champagne, a little lemon juice in there. Your back deck Sunday afternoon, money. So, a little bit of a rhubarb off. 3 fantastically different rhubarb-based spirits and liqueurs out of BC. Rhubarb, it's the season for rhubarb. If you love rhubarb, go and find these products. They're absolutely fantastic. So, that being said, if you haven't heard, on my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything, I'm doing my crowdfunding for my BC Spirits cocktail book. I'm a third of the way there. Just need to get a little bit further on the line. I'm a third of the way there to get it published. I'm self-publishing so that I can control it all. So, if you can, please go to Indiegogo and pledge. It'll be absolutely amazing if you could, just to get me over the line so I can get this self-published. The reason why I'm self-publishing is that I can control it, and every year I can update and put more distilleries in there. Every year, basically, as soon as it comes out, I start working on it 3 months later. So please, please, please go look at the Indiegogo campaign. Go support your local distilleries. They support the local community with jobs and ingredients and producers, everything. Please support BC. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good week. I'll see you probably tomorrow for Spirit of the Day.